The last video ended with a question. What happens when the biggest names in this tournament finally arrive? Now we know. Messi equaled the all-time World Cup scoring record. England scored 4 goals and still looked nervous. Portugal, with Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno all on the pitch at the same time, drew with a team nobody had seen at a World Cup in 52 years. And Norway are sitting above France in their group. The big teams are here. The chaos did not leave T. France won, but Senegal were better for the first half. Pressing high, creating chances, making one of the most expensive squads in world football look uncomfortable in their own shape. Most people will skip past that because the score ended 3-1. Don't skip past it, because what that first half revealed is exactly what makes France dangerous. They do not need to dominate. They need the right player to change the game. And that player was Michael Olise. Olise has always looked like a player France are still learning how to use properly. International football asks for more discipline, more structure, less of the improvisation that makes him brilliant at club level. But once he found his moment in the second half, he unlocked everything. His assist broke the deadlock. Mbappé scored twice. Barcola added a third. Senegal competed for 45 minutes and ended up with 1 stoppage time consolation. That is what France does. They wait, and then they make you feel like you were never actually close. And here is the detail that makes France even more frightening. Mbappé now has 14 World Cup goals. Messi just reached 16 to equal the all-time record. Mbappé is 2 behind, with an entire tournament still to play. At 27 years old, the conversation about the greatest World Cup player we have ever seen just got a lot more complicated. Argentina was Messi again, and that is both beautiful and slightly dangerous. 3 goals, curled top corner, composed right foot finish, late curling inside the post. His 200th appearance for Argentina. In doing so, he equaled Miroslav Klose's all-time World Cup scoring record, both now on 16 goals, becoming the oldest player in history to score a World Cup hat-trick. When one man is your entire plan, a hat-trick game can feel like proof and a warning at the same time. Argentina were brilliant because Messi was. The question of what this team looks like when he has a quiet night has not gone away. It is just being delayed. England gave you 4 goals and 2 reasons to worry. Kane scored twice, equaled Gary Lineker's England record of 10 World Cup goals, and kept England from completely losing control of a game that should have been calmer. Bellingham was sharp. Rashford finished it late. But Croatia also scored twice. And every time England led, the game opened to Haaland, because England have that very English tendency to take the lead, drop off, invite pressure, and let the other team breathe. Against Croatia, that was survivable. Against better teams later in this tournament, it will not be. 4 goals on the board, questions still in the back 4. And then Portugal. This is where it gets uncomfortable. João Neves scored in the 6th minute. Neves was their sharpest player all night. Vitinha had 134 touches. Bruno Fernandes was on the pitch. 3 of the most talked about midfielders in European football in the same team at the same time. They drew 1-1 with Olise that hadn't played a World Cup since 1974. 134 touches from Vitinha. 1 chance created. Portugal moved the ball, kept the ball, and did almost nothing dangerous with it. DR Congo did not need to outplay them. They just needed to stay in the game long enough for 1 moment. Olise gave them that in first half stoppage time, a header, 1-1. Ronaldo, 41 years old, the oldest outfield player to ever start a World Cup match, missed 2 big chances. The crowd wanted the moment. It did not come. Portugal have one of the most talented squads at this tournament. They also have a serious structural problem that talent alone is not solving. A team full of technical players who cannot currently turn all of that quality into actual danger. 1 point from the opener is pressure that does not disappear quietly. The rest of the round kept things running. Colombia beat Uzbekistan 3-1. Luis Diaz sharp, direct, a constant problem all night. Ghana beat Panama 1-0. Semenyo was the difference. Even in Jordan's 3-1 defeat to Austria, the standout performer was Ali Olwan, Jordan's goal scorer, the best player on the losing side. This tournament keeps refusing to give anyone a clean, forgettable result. And Norway beat Iraq 4-1. Haaland scored his first ever World Cup goals. twice. After Matchday 1, Norway are above France in Group 1 on goal difference. The most feared striker at this tournament is in the same group as the most feared team. That group is not settled. It is not anyone's yet. France needed a second half to remind everyone why they are favorites. Argentina needed one man to do everything. England needed 4 goals just to feel secure. Portugal could not beat a side that last played a World Cup before most of their squad was born. The favorites arrived. Somehow the chaos got bigger. For more tactical football analysis and World Cup breakdowns, subscribe to the Playbook Lab.